Hello everyone. Welcome back to Old Charles today. We're diving deep into the story of one of the most iconic coins from the Philippines, the 1993 5 peso coin. If you love old coins, history, and learning about their real value today, then stay tuned. Because this coin has a fascinating background that connects history, design, and national identity. The year 1993 marked a significant change in the Philippines coinage system. That year, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, BSP, the central bank introduced a new series of coins under the Flora and Fauna series. But the 5 peso coin we're talking about today wasn't part of that series. Instead, it introduced something new, a larger, brass-colored coin featuring Emilio Aguinaldo ***, the first president of the Philippines. This 1993 5 peso coin symbolizes the country's independence, heroism, and pride. Emilio Aguinaldo led the Philippine Revolution against Spanish rule and declared the nation's independence on June 12, 1898. His image on this coin pays tribute to that monumental achievement. Now, let's look closely at the design and features of this historic coin. On the obverse side, or the front, we see a portrait of General Emilio Aguinaldo facing right. Above his image, the coin proudly reads Republica ng Pilipinas, meaning Republic of the Philippines. Below, the year of minting is clearly marked 1993 on the reverse side. You'll find the official seal of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. The BSP seal is surrounded by the coin's denomination, limang piso, which translates to 5 pesos. The coin is made of nickel brass, giving it that golden yellow shine. It weighs about 7.7 grams and has a diameter of 27 millimeters. When it was released, this coin replaced the older, smaller 5 peso coin, making it easier to distinguish from other denominations. The 1993 5 peso coin is part of a historical journey in Philippine currency. Before this coin, the 5 peso denomination had appeared in banknotes, not coins. It was only in the late 1980s and early 1990s that the government decided to gradually replace smaller banknotes with coins for durability and cost efficiency. The 1993 coin was the first 5 peso coin featuring Aguinaldo, and it remained in circulation until 2004, when a smaller, rounder version was introduced as part of the BSP's improved series. Collectors often refer to the 1993 coin as the large Aguinaldo 5 peso coin because of its size and bold appearance compared to the later, smaller coins. When the 1993 5 peso coin was first released, it was quite common. You could find it in daily transactions across the country. But over time, as the newer 5 peso coins were released, the older 1993 versions slowly disappeared from circulation. Today, finding one in excellent or uncirculated condition is not easy. Many have scratches, dents, or faded details due to heavy circulation during the 1990s. For collectors, condition matters a lot. Coins graded as UNC, uncirculated, or brilliant uncirculated are much more valuable than worn-out ones. So, how much is the 1993 5 peso coin worth today if you still have one? Here's what you need to know. In circulated condition, meaning it shows normal wear from use. This coin's value is around 10 to 30 Philippine pesos. That's roughly $0.20 to 50 cents USD depending on condition. However, if your coin is in very fine or extremely fine condition, the price can reach Cuban peso 50 to 100 Cuban pesos or more. And here's the exciting part. If you happen to own a brilliant uncirculated or proof version of the 1993 5 peso coin, collectors could pay anywhere from Cuban peso to 00 to 500 Cuban pesos, especially if the coin is sealed or comes from a mint set. Some rare error coins, such as those with misaligned strikes or missing details, can even fetch Cuban peso 1,000 or higher in private auctions or groups. Here are a few interesting facts about the 1993 5 peso coin that many people don't know. It was the first coin to feature a Filipino president in the modern BSP coin series. It was bigger than the later 5 peso coins, which confused people at first when new designs came out. The image of Aguinaldo was redrawn for accuracy using older historical portraits. This coin marked the first full redesign of the 5 peso denomination since the Philippines' independence-era coinage. If you're a coin collector or just starting your collection, here are some quick tips for handling your 1993 5 peso coin. The 1993 5 peso coin is more than just money. It's a piece of Philippine history. It carries the face of the country's first president and symbolizes freedom, independence, and national pride. Next time you come across this golden coin, take a closer look. It's not just worth a few pesos. It's a reminder of the Philippines' long journey toward nationhood. The design of the 1993 5 peso coin carried powerful national symbols. On the obverse side, we see Aguinaldo's portrait facing right, representing his forward-looking vision for an independent Philippines. The words Republica ng Pilipinas appear above, and below his image is the minting year, 1993. The early 1990s were a period of transition for the Philippines. The country was recovering from political and economic challenges of the 1980s and moving toward modernization and global participation. The introduction of the 1993 coinage series was part of this effort to create coins that were more durable, more secure, and better suited for mass production. The 5 peso coin was especially important. It replaced the 5 peso banknote, which wore out quickly due to frequent use. The coin version could last decades, making it more cost-efficient for the government. When it was first released, the 1993 5 peso coin quickly became one of the most used coins in the Philippines. It was common in stores, jeepneys, buses, and markets. Every Filipino had one in their pocket. Its large size and golden tone made it easy to identify among smaller denominations. However, over time, many people noticed that the coin was quite big and heavy, leading to the decision to introduce a smaller 5 peso coin in later years. But even today, the 1993 version remains a favorite among collectors and history lovers. By the early 2000s, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas began redesigning its coinage once again. The large 1993 5 peso coin was gradually withdrawn from circulation and replaced by the smaller, lighter 5 peso coin bearing the same Aguinaldo portrait, but with a refined look. This marked the end of the 1993 coin's official circulation life, but not its legacy. For many Filipinos, this coin remains a nostalgic reminder of the 1990s, a period of rebuilding and national progress. Today, the 1993 5 peso coin is no longer used in everyday transactions, but it has found new life in the world of numismatics, the study and collection of coins. Collectors value the coin not just for its metal or face value, but for its historical importance in average circulated condition. It is worth around Cuban peso 10 to 30 Cuban pesos. But coins that are in uncirculated or mint condition, bright, clean, and well-preserved, can fetch prices of Cuban peso 100 to 300 Cuban pesos or more. Rare varieties or coins with minting errors may even reach Cuban peso 1000 or higher among passionate collectors. The 1993 5 peso coin tells a powerful story. It reminds us of the Philippines' long struggle for freedom, the leadership of its heroes, and the continuing journey of a proud and resilient nation. It also stands as a symbol of the 1990s, a time when the Philippines was modernizing, growing, and honoring its past while building its future. For collectors, owning this coin means holding a piece of that history, a piece of the nation's soul. So the next time you come across a 1993 5 coin, remember, it's not just a coin, it's a story of independence, honor, and Filipino pride. In our previous video, we talked about the history of the 1993 Philippine 5 peso coin, its hero, Emilio Aguinaldo, and its symbolic meaning for the country. But today, let's look even deeper into what really makes this coin valuable, its condition, because when it comes to coins, condition is everything. A small scratch, a little wear, or a dull surface can make the difference between a coin worth just a few pesos and one worth hundreds. When collectors talk about a coin's condition, they're referring to how well the coin has been preserved since it was minted. Coins can be shiny, bright, and perfect, or they can be dull, scratched, and worn out from years of use. The better the condition, the higher the grade, and the higher the value. The 1993 5 peso coin, being over 30 years old, can be found in many different conditions depending on how it was stored or used. Collectors and numismatists around the world use a grading scale to describe a coin's condition. Let's go through these grades one by one and see how they apply to your 1993 5 peso coin. This is the lowest grade. The coin is extremely worn and most of the details are gone. The portrait of Aguinaldo may be almost flat, and the lettering may be faint. Never clean coins with chemicals or polish. It may make them look shiny but destroys collector value. Collectors prefer original surfaces, even with minor aging. Over the years, many 1993 5 peso coins have developed small defects due to circulation and poor storage. So, whether your 1993 5 peso coin shines like new or shows the marks of history, it carries the legacy of the Philippines' past and the memory of its first president, Emilio Aguinaldo. Keep your coins safe, study their details. And who knows, your old 5 peso coin might just be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered.